just full of bad decision-making, toxic relationships. Look, that wasn't an easy path for me. I'm living a different life today. But it was a struggle, and it was a hard struggle. Maybe you can relate to that.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
You just need some motivation. That's all you need to get some momentum built up. That's what I needed. I needed to get a little momentum built up, get the training dialed in.
0, 0.
I've got a dark past. Maybe you can relate to some of that too. And you're just tired of living like that.
Welcome back to the Bubba YouTube channel. Guys, today's video is gonna be a banger, so you already know what it is. Bubba Army in the chat. Now, today's video is gonna be about your favorite character in the AMU, the Alpha Male universe, Les Watson, aka Troy Zanko, aka Butthole Mouth.
Brother, what's that, brother?
Now, guys, I've made a video, like maybe 2 videos or so, right, about this guy, and he is the most heavily requested character in the AMU for me to cover. You guys can't get enough of him, and he recently crashed out on his Instagram live. He's crying about the haters trolling him. He just can't take the hate, even though all he does is put hate out and always dragging people's physiques, blah, blah, blah. You get it, you know, all these online coaching alpha male gurus, they're all the same. But before we get into roasting him, we gotta get into flow state to roast Butthole Mouth. So get your favorite beverage out, get some popcorn, and let's get this show on the road. You just can't make this shit up. Les Watson, Troy Zanko really went. Guys, give me a sec. This guy really went to the Rainforest Cafe and flexed a $15 kids meal. And then this is the caption of the video, right? Always been drawn to the wild. Left arm ink, animals. Right arm, aquatic. Be you, be authentic. Lack of discipline makes you like everybody else. What does discipline have to do with this video? I think this is why Les Watson, like why people find him so entertaining. This alpha male grifter really went to Rainforest Cafe, was flexing with an animatronic gorilla. He really went around, walking around, trying to mog Karens with their families. This is honestly one of the funniest things I have ever seen in the AMU. It's not really relevant to the video, right? We're gonna get into the crashing, but I saw this right before I was about to go into the other footage, and I was like, I have to show this. This is just absolutely ridiculous. I've never seen anything like this.
It's been said that great minds talk about creativity and events. Small minds talk about people. Where are you at? Where are you at in this discussion? Do I talk about people? Of course I do. Talk about people all the day long. Every second I'm awake, I talk about people. For the sake of making them a better influence to their children. For the sake of causing them to examine their behavior, to be a better example in front of their wife. For the sake of causing them to heal whatever traumatic or broken areas they have going on in their personality or in their character, to heal themselves so they then can help other people around them get healed.
Why is Sid from Ice Age talking about small minds? Boy, you got a small head. I don't really understand the whole like savior complex, really. I don't care that you want to help the universe and that you want to help the world. I know that it's all bullshit, okay? Because it's hidden behind a paywall. If Troy Zanko, right? If Butthole Mouth was over here just giving his silly advice to the world and wasn't charging a dime and he wasn't marketing himself himself as an alpha male. Like, he has this corny shirt with a sword going through the Z for Troy Zanko. I wouldn't care about it, but he does all of these shenanigans, right? That's why the Bubba Army roasts him. That's why the Bubba Army trolls him. Now, I'm not going to go out and tell you to troll him, right? But I can't control what a grown man does. And why is this guy talking about, I'm here trying to give advice so you can be a better example for your wife? Dude is not even married. He lives in a empty home. Every single time he talks, it echoes like a cave. What is this guy talking about? Nobody wants your cornball advice, small head. Really, talking about small minds? You got a small head.
Often the reason I go so hard when I talk is because I have a lot of passion in what I believe in. Oh, just because you don't like my delivery or my tone, that may be a clear sign of why I need to be your coach. Because I'm not going to handle you softly. Because I'm not going to handle you softly.
You want to explain to me what you're doing here?
I came looking for booty.
Just that simple. I'm not. Especially if you got kids.
Sometimes it's difficult to understand what the hell even Les Watson is rambling about. Instead of having like an i9 processor for a brain, he's got like the i10,000 BC. He has to think about every single word that comes out of his butthole mouth. The guy really, if you watch him speak, right, he's thinking about every single word he's about to use. The guy is so beyond dumb. He's probably as dumb as like Cali Fake Muscle. I don't know who's like dumber. Maybe you can comment down below, Cali Muscle or Les Watson. I don't know. It's a hard one to say who's actually the dumber of the two. But this guy, why does he always bring up children? I don't understand it. Every single time this guy goes on a rant, he's always like preaching. He's like, I'm protecting children, while he's shirtless with his nasty hairy chest. I don't understand it. It's just not a good look. It's so weird. It just is so freaking weird. So let's just continue with more of these I don't know, brain rot clips. That's all really content is on YouTube nowadays.
And here's the danger in talking about people. If that's something you're caught up in, if that's something that is a part of your life, you just like to just talk about people, is you're going to put your bias on it. And when you put your bias on something, you misrepresent it. Do you know that it's almost impossible to even say what someone said? Almost impossible. Because you have to say it with the absolute exact tone that they said it. You have to use the exact inflection with how they said it. And you can't do that. It's almost impossible to even repeat what someone said accurately, let alone represent the person themselves. You gotta put a bias on it.
Yeah, guys, I didn't slow down the video at all. You can see in real time how the i10,000 BC processor that small head over here has, it's just not working. He can't get the words out. He has to think really, really hard before he speaks. And then when he finally does speak, it doesn't make any sense. So let's get into it, right? Here on the Bubba YouTube channel, yeah, we drag the alpha males, we drag the grifters, but Wes Watson clone over here, Les Watson, he just really can't stomach the fact that we are going to clown his ass. Now, he's like, oh, you can't speak about us because everything that you say, you're just putting your bias on it. I just roll the clip, okay? He uploaded this on Instagram and then I let you come to your own conclusion. Sure, do I gadoosh this idiot? Sure, I do, right? But he's trying to act like we're in the 1700s where recording devices don't exist. You see how he says the words? You see how stupid he is? You see everything. Oh, but you know, to Troy Zanko, these devices just don't exist.
I think sometimes people just get confused on exactly who I am and just what my page is. See, I have been exposed to everything wrong with humanity since I've been born. So don't ever try to represent somebody. The reason why I'm really speaking about this grotesque character flaw that so many people have with just being obsessed about talking about injuring other people is because when I grew up, it just reminds me of my household. That's all it does. I never heard anything creative, never heard anything about planned events, never heard anything about elevating lifestyle, just never heard anything about ambition, goals, driven, focused, future. Just never heard anything positive ever, ever, ever. It's what it sounds like when I hear people talk about other people. Just reminds me of a gross environment I grew up in. Just nobody with any real creativity.
Genuinely, what is bro even yapping about? Smallhead just can't speak properly. Honestly, I'm just absolutely blown away by the fact that there are people who will pay people like this Pinhead money for advice. I couldn't care less to hear about this Pinhead story about becoming more fit. I'm just gonna roll some footage while I'm talking, right, about his training. What the hell even is this? For real, for a guy who claims that he's an ultra fit man and that he's an alpha male, this shit's a joke. This shit is embarrassing. I would never even dare upload footage like this if this is what my training actually looked like. While I do have a fat slug Jabba the Hutt as a profile picture, right, I'm just gonna keep it real. I'm pretty fit in real life, right, but I'm not gonna be all like, yeah guys, I need to talk about fitness and food and macros and boofing things up my asshole every day. I don't care. Nobody cares about that, okay? Let's just get this straight. Small head, Pinhead, like nobody cares, okay? Every single video you make doesn't need to be some corny fake life advice that truthfully no one gives a hell about.
This is just one of the few things that I talk about on my program. It's called personal development. That's what it's called. Personal development, growth. That's what it's called. When you misrepresent somebody, you are never acting more like Satan's disciple. Never. You will never act more like Satan than when you are misrepresenting somebody and causing someone to stumble. That's what you're doing. How serious of an offense is this? Well, that's what the Pharisees did with the book of the law in the temple. And Jesus said, you're misrepresenting me. You're telling a lie about the truth. You're misrepresenting me. You are the children of hell. Satan is your father. You can pass land and sea to make one proselyte. Once he is made, you make him twofold more the child of hell than yourself. You tell me how serious of an offense it is to misrepresent someone. I was a professional abuser myself, if you want to call it that. And when you're on the phone talking to somebody and all y'all got going on back and forth is running somebody in the...
All right, enough of that. I can't do it anymore. I just can't. Okay, so the guy, right, he's saying that we are the children of Satan. This is probably now, I'm gonna think, like maybe the 7th time Bubba Army has been called a demonic force. Guys, he thinks that he's Jesus Christ. He's basically trying to compare himself. This guy's a cornball. It absolutely just blows my mind that we're living, what is it, the 4th of January. 2025. Yeah, that there's grown men like this on the internet and they think that they're doing a service to the world. And you heard him, right? He professional abuser. I don't know what's going on with that. That is weird as hell. People want to pay money to a guy to get advice and he's saying that about himself. I'm done. I just can't do it anymore. My processor core in my brain, it's gonna degrade down to that 10,000 BC version if I keep listening to Smallhead ramble on and on. If you guys enjoyed the video, please be sure to smash that like button before you get out of here. And if you're a new viewer, then consider joining the Bubba Army. There's a reason why this community is growing as fast as it is, and it's because Bubba Army is so freaking awesome. I guess though we're a demonic force, but hey, don't listen to those cornholes. Like those guys don't know what they're talking about. Anyway, catch you guys later, and I'll see you in the next video or maybe a live stream. Peace out.